Howdy, it's Jim Arado. This is the middle of June 2022, and we just passed the sign for Berry Springs Lodge, one of my favorite bed and breakfasts, and it is in the Sevierville area of Tennessee. I really think of this as more Pigeon Forge, though. It's not that far from Dollywood, maybe a couple of miles, but it's kind of hidden, and they've got this nice scenic driveway as you drive up to the bed and breakfast. And we've actually stayed here. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe 10 times, possibly more. But the last several years when we've gone down to the Gatlinburg area and the Great Smoky Mountains, this has been our place to stay. And there's a nice photo shot of the front of it. Yeah, it's just very nice. My wife and I actually debate bed and breakfasts. Sometimes when we travel, I like to stay somewhere nice, old, and historic. And she likes just spotless, clean, modern, and that sort of thing. This place was built in 2000, or it opened in 2000, and it's just a really nice, kind of has a lodge feel, but definitely nicer than a state lodge, as you can tell. Filming around our room. This was right when we got there, so there's a few of you'll see a couple of our suitcases, but just wanted to give you an idea of the room. And there is the view from our balcony. I'll show you more of that later, but that view alone is one of the reasons we keep going back. And it was actually a very hot weekend while we were here this time, so we didn't spend as much time on the balcony or on the back porch as we normally do. And I'll show you their back porch. It's great also. And here's the bathroom. As you can tell, it's just nice, spacious, clean, great open shower. This is just a really nice place to come and relax, after a day out shopping in Gatlinburg or doing a hike or something. And we have spent weekends where we've just come up and pretty much stayed in the room. There's some hiking trails around the B&B, and they have a lake. It's a good place to stay and hang out, even if you don't want to get out much. This is kind of their main room when you walk in, and this is from the ledge kind of overlooking it. As you can see, this is just a comfortable area. And of course the decor, as it should be, is very kind of bear themed, camping themed, very lodgy, very outdoorsy. Just another shot overlooking their main area, which is just cozy in its own right. You might see some boxes. Actually, I think they've kind of cleaned them up. But they usually offer a discount if you bring certain food items to help out with the charity, which is nice. So there's usually some of that stuff sitting out there. And that's a look down the upstairs hallway. I believe they have 16 rooms. And of course, down in their kitchen, they do have some merchandise, a small shelf of stuff. They have some really cool mugs. They've got those, I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of ceramic but very colorful mugs where they've kind of stamped in a logo or kind of an image of Berry Springs Lodge. I've got a couple of those. I love those. And this is a lodge that is, or a bed and breakfast that's definitely known for their breakfasts. And they start around 8, and they serve really just one thing each morning. My wife, though, she's very health conscious, and she requested kind of a simpler, she likes oatmeal and that kind of stuff, and they accommodate her every time. And as you can see, I have a nice biscuits and gravy, sausage and egg breakfast this particular morning, and it was great. And there's a squirrel on the bird feeder, and that was my view just to the right of where I was sitting this particular morning. But yeah, their breakfasts are great. I don't know what they do. They put special sauce or something in everything. The sausage was kind of had a sweet taste. I don't know. I meant to ask them what was the deal with the sausage, because it was some of the best sausage I've ever had. But we had several breakfasts over the time we were there. There's their kitchen, and you can pretty much go down and sit in their kitchen anytime you want. And again, they've got all those open windows. It's just a nice place to sit and relax. In the evenings at 7 o'clock, they set out a dessert of some sort, like a brownie or something. They're always great, too. They've always got coffee around there. Oh, jeez. That was my breakfast on another occasion. There's my wife's breakfast. She did ask for a biscuit this morning. But yeah, it's waffles waffles and bacon, and yeah, it was as good as it looks. They always bring out a fruit cup or something like that too. This particular morning, they had pears with I think some cinnamon and stuff on them. They were great. And another, oh, that omelet. Oh my gosh, that was the best omelet I've had in my life. I could go on and on. It's great breakfast. You're not going to be unhappy. And just a look outside, kind of the front area of Berry Springs. I did notice a younger couple on a recent visit, and I don't, I think if you're younger and you haven't experienced like bed and breakfast, if you're used to the continental breakfast at another hotel or chain hotel place, you may be put off by the lack of options, but I don't know why you would be. But yeah, their breakfasts are always special, and it's not a continental breakfast kind of thing. They actually come out, ask you if you'd like juice. They help you with your coffee. I wanted oat milk for my coffee, and they found oat milk. They had it there, and it's just a very friendly experience. And the breakfasts, and I'm not kidding, some of the best breakfasts I've had in my life have been here. And this is the back porch area. And again, it was just a really hot day while we were here. If you're here in autumn, this is just the most perfect place on the planet to sit and read a book. And I've spent many hours on this back porch, just sitting and reading and enjoying the view. And by the way, you'll see some wildlife out here. In fact, there's a little guy. I saw him. Little harmless lizard there, kind of scamping around, and just thought I would add him to the video here. But yeah, Berry Springs Lodge, I know they were recently sold. The original owner, they're calling it quits. I hope the new owners keep up with what they've got going on here. I'm sure they will. By the way, here's a bobcat. I saw a bobcat from our balcony. Check that out. I actually ran inside to get my camera. When I came back out, got a little mist on the camera there. Sorry about that. But yeah, there was a bobcat. And I'll end this video with just a little bit of a pan around on the view from the back balcony. We're in the Buffalo Springs room, by the way, on this visit. That's probably our favorite room. We've stayed in, I want to say, 3 different rooms. This one we stayed in several times. There's another one. The front has it's a nice view too, but this back view is just so unbelievable. Yeah, like I said though, Berry Springs now has new owners. They've retained the services of Melissa, who pretty much has ran the place, I think, forever. And I'm glad that they're keeping her around. The place wouldn't be the same without her. And some of her family are helping out there too. And it's while we were here this particular weekend, we had another great time. And this is just a great bed and breakfast to go and hang out at for a whole, weekend or so. And I'm looking forward to our next visit. In fact, we're already talking about another visit here soon. But yeah, Berry Springs Lodge.